3, lesson 7, the last lesson in unit 3. Positive and negative exponent rules. Today we're applying all properties. Every property that we've learned so far, we're going to apply it today. I can statements. I can determine the properties of integer exponents by exploring patterns and applying my understanding of properties of whole number exponents. Also, I can use the properties of integer exponents to simplify expressions. Right? And basically you've been doing these in this unit already. So let's do some more practice pulling all the properties together and simplifying. It says write each expression in simplest form using only positive exponents. And then it says evaluate all exponents. What does evaluate mean?
Solve it.
Solve it or give an answer, right. Can you evaluate x to the second power? Is that simplified as far as it can go, or can you evaluate it?
What?
X to the second power.
Simplified.
It's simplified as far as it can go, unless I told you x was 2, right? But if you have 2 to the second power, that can be evaluated and equals what? 2 to the second power equals 4. Excellent. All right, let's look at these. I'm going to make mine bigger again. All right, I'm going to write it bigger. X to the negative 5 times x to the negative 1 to the third power. What do I need to do first? What should we do first in this one?
Parentheses.
Okay? Meaning what?
Times 3
The 3 to the
to 1.
negative 1. This stays the same. I still have x to the negative 5 times, what will this be? X to the negative 3, because a negative times a positive is a negative. Can I simplify or am I done? Simplify that to x to the, what do we do with the exponents when we're going across multiplying? Add them. So what is a negative 5 plus a negative 3? To the negative 8 power. Am I done? No, because it says we have to have positive exponents only. So we need to simplify that by using the reciprocal. What will my final answer be?
1
That one moves because it's got a negative attitude. We'll have none of that. X to the 8th power. 1 over x to the 8th power is your final answer. Now on your homework, I need to see all this work. If you don't have all this work, you're going to end up losing homework points and being in lunch, all right? If you have just an answer, that's not acceptable. These, showing all the properties, you have to show me the breakdown, what you're doing, your orders of operations, the process you're going through to get your final simplified answer. All right, let's try B. In your notes first. Excuse me. Work it out in your notes first. 2x to the third power, y to the negative, that's a 5, right? Negative 5 power, all raised to the 4th power. Show all your work in your notes and then hold up your final answer on your whiteboard. Let me see what you get. Don't forget that the 2 also is a factor. So it is, that is an exponent of 1. 1 times 4 is what? So it's 2 to the 4th power, x to the, what is 3 times 4? 12th power, and y to the, what's a negative 5 times 4? Negative 20. Good. Now we need to see, not quite all done, am I? I can still simplify. What are you going to simplify?
We need a 0 at the end. 320.
Oh, thank you. Didn't even do that one on purpose, but thanks for catching it. Okay, what do I need to do now?
Makes the negative 20 positive 20.
And how do I do that?
But 1 under it, so it's 1 off.
Good. Then what?
And then you
Reciprocal, good. We'll send that, give it a better attitude. Y to the 20, you go down there, you got a positive attitude downstairs. This all stays, right? X to the 12th power and 2 to the 4th power, but can I write it like that, 2 to the 4th power? No. That can be simplified. What is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2?
16.
16. So this should be 16 x to the 12th, y to the 20th. Nice job for those of you that got it right away. All right, let's see what we can come up with for C. X to the 6th, to the negative 1, all over x to the negative 4. See what you come up with. Hold up your answer on your whiteboard. Okay, first simplify this. A negative 1 times 6 is x to the what? Negative 6th power over, we still have x to the negative 4. Now there's a couple different ways you could do this. I could start out like this and send that to the basement to give it a positive attitude. Bring that upstairs to give it a positive attitude, the reciprocals. All right, now I can subtract 4 minus 6 is x to the negative 2 power, right? Well, x to the negative 2 power over 1, that reciprocal is 1 over x to the 2nd. That should be your final answer. Or right here, where we have 4 over 6. Remember when we cancel them out? If I cancel these 4 out and have a 1, if I cancel 4 of these out, how many are left down here? 6 cross out 4, how many be left down here? 2. So you still end up with the same answer, 1 over x to the 2nd. All right, D. Hold up your answer for D. Wow, I'll slide that one over. Just going to rewrite D over here. I have 3x to the negative 2 to the 3rd power times 2x to the negative 5 power. Now don't forget, do these factors 3 and 2, do they have any exponents? Not yet, but will this one? This one will first, so make sure you simplify that first to what? 3 to the what power? Good. 3 to the 3rd power and x to the, what's a negative 2 times 3?
6.
Negative 6 power. Now we'll take that all times 2x to the negative 5th power. Well, let's simplify this also. What is 3 to the 3rd power?
27.
20, what?
7.
27, because 3 times 3 is
9.
9. 9 times 3 is?
7.
So that is actually 27 x to the negative 6 times 2x to the negative 5. Now simplify it from here. See what you come up with. All right, when we multiply 27 times 2, what do we get? What do we get? 27 times 2 is what? Nice job. 54. And then I have x to the what power? What's a negative 6 plus a negative 5? A what? A negative 11. Almost done. What has the bad attitude? That negative 11, x to the negative 11. So what needs to be moved down? Only the x to the negative 11 goes down. 54 stays. So we have 54 over x to the 11th. Can I simplify anything else there? No, we are done. Final answer. All right, due to time-wise, let's see. I want to scooch down and do letter G. Hold up your answer for G, please. Hold up your answer for G. You should be done. Should be done. Good. All but 2 of you got that one right. What is the answer to that whole big, large-looking problem? 1. Because anything to the 0 power equals 1. And this whole thing is in parentheses, therefore the whole thing equals 1. All right, now let's see, I want you to do, we need to do a division one, so let's do I. Okay, go to letter I. What do we need to remember when we have a fraction? Multiply both the what?
Numerator and denominator.
Thank you, that rocked it, nice. So make sure you multiply the numerator and the denominator and simplify. Hold up your answer. When we multiplied, we get a -1 times a -7 is a +7. So we have x to the 7th as our numerator. Our denominator then is x to the +3 times a -7 is a -21. What needs to be moved? The numerator or the denominator?
Denominator.
We need to move that up because it has a bad attitude. So now I have x to the 21st up here, 1 here, but I still have my x to the 7th. What do I do with these?
Plus 1.
That means x to the 7th times x to the 21st. What do I do with my exponents? We add them, and that equals x to the 28th over 1, or best answer ever would be x to the 28th. One last problem. When you get J correct, you can start your homework. Pages 5 and 6, the last worksheets in that packet. Now on this one, I think it'd be very beneficial for you to put your assumed what? Put your assumed ones in here, all right? So now let's multiply. Multiply across. These don't have exponents, so let's multiply them. 8 times 3 is what? What's 8 times 3? 24. Yep, 24. Now let's multiply our x's. And when we multiply those, we add our exponents. So we're going to have x to the, what's a -1 plus 7? +6. All right, so that simplifies to 24x to the 6th, our numerator. Now our denominator, 6 times 1 is 6. How many x's do I have? 1, -3, battle of the integers. Who wins? The negative does, by how many? 1 plus a -3 ends up being a negative what? 2. All right, so multiplying across, that's what you should have gotten, but we're not done for 2 reasons. We can simplify 24 over 6. What does that simplify? We can divide both by what? Higher. 6. 6 goes into here once, 6 goes into here, 4. So our new and improved answer, now we have 4 over 1 instead of 24 over 6. Now how about the x's? Does 6 or x to the 6th power get to stay on the top, or do I need to move it to the bottom, AJ? Does it have a good attitude? Can it stay, or do I have to move it to the bottom? Yep, so I'm going to keep that here. X to the 6th. How about x to the -2? Does that stay or go? What's that one? It goes. We will send that upstairs to change its attitude, the reciprocal. So I'll move that up here. I'm going to have x to the +2. Can I leave my answer like that? What can I simplify yet? Ashley, what can I put together yet? Yep, I can put my x's together here. My x to the 6th, x to the 2. I add those. What do I get? Yep. I'm going to move it this way. So I'm going to have 4x to the 8th power over 1, or the best answer ever, 4x to the 8th power. All right, you can start your homework, pages 5 and 6.